Hey guys, welcome to another video. So in this video, we are going to be fixing and repairing my iPhone 12 screen. This is what I was using for over a year now, and I had a glass screen protector on it. And one of the very slim chances of my screen breaking was very slim, and I'll show you why. So as you see, I still got the screen protector on here. There's no damage to the screen protector, but you see how bad my screen is cracked. So what caused it, if the camera will focus, and I had a case on here, this little thin place that was exposed, as you can see, it punctured right there, right underneath the screen protector and the frame. So it hit right here, and then it just cracked all the way up and everything. Didn't even damage the glass screen protector. All it took was hitting this location right there where you see a chip missing, and you can see how it just spread out underneath the screen protector. And this is all it does from it lifting up and stuff. But let me show you how bad that one little nick did. That's how bad my screen got. And this was before MDA car show, so I ordered another screen. It wasn't going to get here on time. It was a whole bunch of shipping delays. The estimated delivery date kept getting pushed back. So I ended up buying another iPhone 12, which I'm using right now to record. So I got another screen. Let me go get that real quick, and then we're going to go back to this. So I purchased this off of eBay. It was less than 30 bucks, and I got the insole. They have, I believe, 4 different variations of it. It's a soft LCD, OLED, hard. It's a whole bunch of stuff, but the link to this, I'll have it in the description just in case you want to get it. And then repair your screen. So first things first, we're going to set this aside because we don't need that right just yet. So I'm going to take off the screen protector, which nothing's wrong with it. So I'm just lifting up to where it already lifted up, so I could get this glass screen protector off. All right, we'll set that aside. And now we got the screen, but of course, make sure you turn off the phone. And then there's 2 screws at the bottom. This, I don't know the exact size, but it's a little star tool, if you can see. Once I find the exact size, by the time I edit this video, I'll sit there and put it at the bottom of the screen. We'll set that there. And this is another my hustles and side businesses is electronic repair. So I'm just now bringing it to my channel, but I've been doing this for 13 years now. So next thing we are going to do, I'm gonna set this down. We're going to get a heat gun, and we are going to heat up around the screen to soften the adhesive, waterproof adhesive that's holding the screen to the body of the phone. So we're gonna put it, and time it takes to heat this up depends on your heat gun. So when it feels a little bit warm to slightly hot to the touch, that should be enough. All right, that's kind of decent. All right, so we're gonna use this. It's very thin, so I'm just gonna fit this underneath here. I'm just gonna gently pull up. You can see the screen's starting to lift. I'm not even sure if the screen's still attached to the plastic frame that the screen is attached to. Yeah, so it's kind of separating, if you can see, from the little plastic frame that's supposed to be surrounding it. There we go. Let me switch to another one. I'll just tool. And the little tool set that I'm using, I'll also have that in the description, which comes with everything. Alright. And then I'm gonna carefully just separate it. And if you can see, the screen's lifting up and then the plastic frame that surrounds it is separating from the screen. Yeah, it's separating bad. Kind of figured because like how the glass split. So you're gonna carefully open it. You want to open it going towards the volume buttons. Be careful because there's a couple ribbons. Plus you still got that adhesive on the other side, which I haven't scraped through yet. You can see the adhesive back there. The camera can focus. You see it slowly separating. All right, so we're gonna sit that down. All right, so now we're going to use a 0.6 times 40 millimeter star triangular tool screwdriver. So it's 1, 2 right here, and then we got to remove 1, 2, 3, 4 up here. Be careful because these screws are hella tiny. That's how tiny these screws are. So make sure you don't lose any of them. Let me put it somewhere more visible. And these are also magnetic. All right, so we got that. Going to keep those together. Now we're going to remove these right here. Now we're going to use plastic little sponger like this, and we are going to release the clips. So that's 1. And 2. So those are safely separated. Now we're gonna move this one. And then we are going to remove this top clip right here. That's so. So now we're going to lift up this frame. Now separate it. We can set this aside. Now I'm going to slide this out the way. Now we're going to transfer the earpiece and everything from the old screen over to the new one. And it comes with a new waterproof seal. And then here's the back. So depending on how bad your screen is, if it's worser, I'll say put some tape on this side. Use like packaging tape. It don't matter. It's sticky and it'll keep all the little pieces of glass from falling either on your floor, on your table, wherever your workplace, wherever you're replacing the screen. Or if you got kids, it'll prevent all those small pieces of glass from falling. So if your screen's worse, just put some tape on it. It don't matter because everything is secured on the back with a couple screws and all of that. Let's see. Camera have a hard time focusing on these slow pieces. So it's a little star tool right there. And 2 Phillips. Yeah. Sorry about that, guys. Camera's having a hard time focusing on these little pieces. So it's a triangular screw right here. And then it's 2 Phillips on this side. So we're gonna move the little triangular one from this side. I'm gonna set that right there. And then we're going to switch to the Phillips, which is a 1.2 times 40 mm. So we're gonna move those on the opposite side and keep them separate. How I'm doing it is this screw came from right there, so I laid it right there. These 2 is on this side, so that I'll put this one right there, and then I'm gonna put the other one above it. That way I remember which place the screws were sitting in. So I'm kind of mimicking that, but down there. And then it's another triangular one right here. Remove that. And I'm gonna do that. That's so. So now we can slowly pull this up. And then we are going to get, let me see what I can use. Something that's small. Well, I'm gonna use this kind of big, but I'm just gonna slightly dig underneath here. Alright, I didn't mean to drop the camera. So I'm gonna use this small flathead. I can't find my other little flat sponger tool. So I'm just going to carefully get underneath the ribbon and lift up. Turn this around. Trying to trying not bump into my camera again. But usually this will take me about less than 30 minutes to sit there and replace. Of course, it's going to be a little bit longer because I'm trying to do a video. All right, voila. So this is fully removed. And you want to be careful with these ribbons because if you accidentally put the slightest tear and anything in it, this will cost you if you get an OEM one. It's not too expensive, but still. And then also on the iPhone 12 models, there is if this your top speaker stops working unexpectedly, you can go to your local or nearest Apple store and they will replace this for free. So you don't have to go to a shop to pay to get it replaced or whatever. If it's OEM and you know you ain't replaced it and it got this Apple logo, if yours stopped working, you can go to the nearest schedule appointment on Apple's website and they will replace this for free. So now we're going to, I'm gonna slide this over. All right, so we're going to remove these yellow clear protective films. Like so. And then we're going to take out, reinstall the pieces. Let me zoom you in. So if you don't remember how you took it off, I'm gonna recreate how it was. So the sticker shiny part you see there would have went underneath here, and then this would have went underneath here, like so. And then this piece would twist and turn to where the shiny portion is sticking up. And be sure not to touch any of those because you can dirty it and cause some issues if you get any oils or anything onto those from your hands. So I'm gonna undo all this. So it should look like this before you reinstall. So this portion, I apologize, I need to get a camera. Well, I gotta learn how to focus this onto smaller pieces. So this little guy right there slides right into that slot right there, and then the other piece I was showing you goes into there. So be careful. I'm gonna put everything back where they were. Oh, let me get it out of this to make it a little bit easier. The twist and go into this little rectangular spot as so. And then where's my little flathead? I'm gonna push this into its little slot. You want to be extra careful. Trying to work around the camera, not to accidentally hit it or nothing. All right, so slid it right back up. There we go. So it's seated. Pop right back out. All right. So now this goes back up top. Line up the hose as so. And then we are going to switch back to this tool, 0.6 40 mm. The smallest triangular piece, which is this one right there, what it looks like with the little Y shape. Let me set this properly onto my screwdriver. So, and that goes right into the top hole. All right, that's tight. Then we are going to get the next one, which has that little smooth piece at the top and then the threads underneath that. That one goes right there, right across from the gold piece right there. I don't know the exact names to these particular parts. I could care less. I just repairing and replacing my screen. All right, so that's secure. And then on the opposite side is what was held down by 2 Phillips heads. So we're going to return to this 1.2 40 mm. And we're going to screw these back on. So. And voila. So everything's back into its proper place. Like I said, the 2 Phillips go on this side. And then the larger Y-shaped one goes right here. And then the smallest one goes right there. That's so. So now we're ready to put this back onto the body. We could discard this. There's nothing else that we need from this one. So now we're gonna put the screen on here. Well, before that, let me show y'all. So this tab right there goes into that slot right there. And then the smaller one goes right there. And then the slightly longer one goes to the top. So for this part, I always like setting something on the side of it because the screen will have to be in an angle while you're doing this. And it's going to be even harder for me because I'm reaching around the camera so I can see what I'm doing without knocking over the screen. So let me zoom you in. I'm going to do the top one first. Don't push down, just feel to where it lines up. And then you want to push down. So now we're going to repeat the same for the bottom. You want to do this one first, the smaller one, the bottom one. Just be ever so, it's easier said than done, but be very careful. Don't put pressure or anything while you're trying to line it up, because you can easily damage these little pins in there, and that will be costly. And you got to find the right shop that specializes in that. So, or you can even damage the pins on this, and then that leads to you voiding your warranty on the screen you just bought and then having to buy another one. So be extremely careful. Don't put any pressure. Just feel to where it feels like it's lined up, and then it's carefully pushed down. I don't know any other way to describe that, but that's the best way I could describe it to you. So I'm just trying to feel. That slipped underneath my finger. All right, that's in. I'm gonna do the last one. I'm gonna have to play around with it a bit to get it to line up. All right, they both in. So now before we put the little covers on, we're gonna make sure the screen works. So we're gonna power on the device, and voila. So I'm gonna wait till it fully boots, and then we're gonna cut it back off, and then we're gonna proceed to put in the little protective covers back on. And, all right. So yeah, so it automatically detects that, so it knows it's not an OEM one. But let's see what it says. So that's what it says. But it don't matter. It's doing its job. Plus, this iPhone 12 is out of warranty, so I really don't care. But my new one is in warranty because it's brand new. So on my new one, I got 1 year warranty. So now we're gonna boot the screen back off. Well, the phone back off. Wait till it cuts off. And now we can put the little protective covers. And this is where I say something on this side comes in play, because if you tilt the screen way too much, you'll put in pressure onto the flex cables, and you can possibly create a short or possibly create a tear in the flex cable. And then once again, that voids the warranty on this brand new screen you brought. So now we're going to put the protective cover on. So we're going to put this one on first. So it got a little latch right there. Well, edge, as you can see, and then a little thing right here. It got like a small hook. So you want to put it in an angle. Hook into place. And then just push down. And then now we could proceed and put the screws back in. And those were these right here. So I'm gonna slide this back over here. Get my screws. I'm gonna zoom y'all in. Get one by one. That's one. Yep, accidentally got 2 screws. Let me separate them. That's 2. I'm gonna tilt the screen up a little bit. That way I can have a little bit more clearance to those 2. Let me separate these 2 screws. All right, so I'm gonna tilt it back again. So I have a little bit more access to the screw hole. Let's not see that properly on my screw. There we go. All right, and last one. And voila. So now we're gonna put the other one. So it goes in like that. Make sure the holes line up. Let me slide this up so y'all can see. Alright, so now we're gonna put the other 2 screws in. And if you never worked on the iPhone, replacing an iPhone screen before, it is kind of intimidating because all the tiny screws, but it's really easy. Just gotta have magnetic screwdrivers and pretty much steady hand. All right, so one's done. Now we're gonna attach the other. And voila. Zoom you out. I'll pick up the screen. All right, now that I got the phone picked up properly, you want to do it. Well, let's do this. Now, for me, I'm not gonna put the waterproof adhesive on yet. I'll do that in the next video. And I say next video because I've had this for over a year. And like I mentioned, it's out of warranty. This battery is 80% capacity. So when the iPhone reaches 80% capacity, they recommend that you replace the battery to keep your performance and all that. This is when Apple had that lawsuit to where people found out that the batteries were starting to bog down the phone, yada, yada, yada. And then that's when they said it's to protect the phone, preserve all the other stuff they said about the battery. So once it reaches 80% or below, that's when you want to replace the battery. So like I said, in this video, I'm not putting this on yet, which is the procedure would be clean around the area with some rubbing alcohol, make sure all the adhesive is picked up. And then you want to set this down in there, get like a flathead or anything, and push down around on the black strip. And then you'll pull this out, and then the adhesive is on, and then you put the screen on. So I'm not forgetting about that. I'm just not doing it because if I install this now, then I'm gonna have to install another one when I get the new battery. So I'm saving money. I know I gotta replace the battery because it's at 80% capacity. So it's time to get that replaced. But once you do that, what you wanna do, line everything up and then gently push down around the screen. Oh, hold on. Plastic is getting in the way. All right, so now it's fully seated, as you can see. And then we're going to switch back to this. Like I said, I'm gonna find out the specs on the exact size for this. So what you want to get is your 2 little long screws, which are these. And all you're gonna do is slide them into the hole. I got one more. Of course, that's not magnetic, but this is. Put that into there. Screw that down. And voila. So something like this, if I wasn't recording, would take me about 15-20 minutes to sit there and replace. But of course, me trying to give step-by-step video, especially this is my first one, so it's probably not going to be a too good video, but I'll get better over time. If y'all like this kind of content, just let me know in the comments below, and I will bring everything else I do in my daily life onto the channel, because my life is not just about cars, which it is. I love cars stuff. I'm a car enthusiast, but I want to make this channel dedicated to everything I do. So like I said, if you like to see more of this kind of content, I will start recording it. And please forgive me for this video if it didn't come out perfect, because this is my first time within 13-14 years of repairing phones and screens. So I'm kind of rusty at doing this because I got to get the camera to focus on little small parts and everything else. But I'll get better over time. And then you just peel this off. It's like a protective film. So power back on the device. But yeah, if y'all like this kind of video and want to see more of this content, let me know in the comments below. I will do more electronic repairs on the channel, and give me time. I will get better at trying to figure out, just like I do on the cars. Sorry, I'm putting my code in. Just like I'm doing on the cars, detailed step-by-step videos, I will do that to these too. So that's it for this video. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.